Greetings guys and gals, this is XIJABERWALKIX bringing you the best in esports. Today we have Starcraft Broodwar, the PDPOP MSL, round of 16, day 2. This is going to be Ssak versus Calm. And Ssak, relatively new player, like something like a 44% win rate, somehow making it to the round of 16 in this MSL. But honestly, I think that Calm is just going to roll right over him. Calm's worst matchup is against Terran, but I don't think it really matters as much. He is top 10 ranked K-Spa, very, very good player, winning the 2009 Avalon or something like that MSL. So, very good player. In general, he's going to be spawning at the top left as the Tealzerg, and at the top right is obviously Ssak. I hope I'm saying his name right, but that's what I'm going to call him, as the bluish, it looks like, Terran. And playing for SKT1, it probably sucks because I bet he never gets to play because they have freaking Fantasy on their team. Awesome Terran player, definitely top 3 in my opinion. And so, you know, if they need a Terran, it's not gonna be you, man. And so this, like, in the individual leagues, he's gonna have to make a name for himself or do something, because I don't think he gets that much playing time. He hasn't played that many games, at the very least, comparatively. Don't know exactly how new he is, but seriously, he's only got like 14 wins or something like that, so very, very low games played. This is gonna be on Circuit Breaker, which is a 4-player map, bases at the corners. And, you know, it's kind of open in the middle, so we can see some surrounds from the Zerg player. Probably going to see Ling Muta. Probably gonna see Ling Muta into Ling Lurker is what I'm assuming, just because of the map dynamic. I mean, you can go really heavy Mutalisks on this map, definitely not unheard of. But I think it would be a lot easier to go Ling Muta into Ling Lurker, something of that nature. And this is my second game on my casting frenzy. Gonna try to do 7, possibly 8, depending on how tired I get of casting. But I really wanted to get this day 2 out and done with. We have the spawning pool going down after that 12 hatch. Both players scouting in the wrong-ish direction. Drone scout going out as well, just for some extra scouting besides that overlord. That SCV gonna scout that drone. Both players see each other, so pretty much probably know where each other are. One Rax and a CC is what I'm assuming from Ssak, but sending out another SCV particularly for some odd reason, and it looks like he's not going for that command center, so might be going for more mech, which is more Lita-esque style, against Zerg at least. Looks like we don't see that command center, so nope, just kidding, he's gonna own me and go for a later command center. It looks like putting that SCV right at that natural. That SCV does scout the 12 hatch, putting down the command center, so we're gonna see a 1-Rax and a CC. Although it's a little bit later because maybe Ssak doesn't have as good multitasking is what I'm assuming. Usually you see that command center pretty much right after that barracks. But not going to matter all that much. Extractor going down as well in base hatch, so we're probably going to see 3 hatch something, which means something probably like 3 hatch mutas, but I'm assuming refinery going down as well. Probably going to see a big medic marine forest, just because that's super standard when the Terran player goes for 1-Rax in a CC against Zerg. That SCV is still being annoying, able to evade those Zerglings. Those Zerglings for Calm going to keep chasing him. Going to be able to do a sandwich there, but no, not able to pick off the SCV, unfortunately. Splitting up his Zerglings, doing a very nice job trying to get this SCV one more hit. Looks like maybe 2, possibly 2 more hits, but the SCV is going to be able to evade just a little bit longer. It actually was 2 hits. SCV going down, and now 4 Marines in the mid. Ooh. That girl is really cute. She kind of looks like the con manager, but not quite. I think she's a little bit cuter, but very, very cute nonetheless. Academy going down along with that engineering bay. Probably going to go for some early upgrades, or maybe he got the engineering bay super early, just because he's thinking about Mutalisk, but highly, I don't know. I don't know why you would get the engineering bay necessarily that early. Ooh, not even going for Mutalisk, it looks like. Maybe going to go for some later Mutalisk, but right now we have the Hydralisk Den going up, so probably early lurkers, and he's going to need to push in and do some damage with this, or else he's going to be absolutely screwed because the Terran's going to be able to bottle up. He needs to make sure that SCV Scout does not get in. Engineering bay up. Probably, I mean, what he could do is he could go for a timing push where he goes for the +1 attack and just tries to go in here with some medics and marines, but I kind of doubt it. He is building 2 more barracks at the same time though. Has not got his second gas. Building a bunker at the front, which is, I mean, pretty standard to build bunker at your front for defensive play. We do see that Hydralisk Den, Hydralisk already out, and so what I'm assuming is he's going to go for a big lurker link push, little timing push. More barracks going down, so he's going for the +1 attack, also getting stim, and both players just going for a timing push. This is going to be really epic to see how this turns out. I'm assuming that these Hydras are going to be morphed into lurkers. I could be wrong though. Scan going down, not going to see the Hydralisk Den. Uh-oh, this is going to be bad. If the lurkers are able to morph in at time, able to do so much damage, they're going to be able to just push in at the front. Actually, since he's got those 4 Hydras, yeah, there's a lurker eggs. I was gonna say it's kind of really unstandard for you to go mass Hydras versus a Terran player like that, especially in this weird timing push. They're just gonna be able to do so much damage. Able to pick off some Zerglings, has some Firebats in the mix as well, so they're gonna be able to do a ton of damage versus these Zerglings. Another bunker goes up, so that extra bunker might be the defense that Ssak needs to defend his base versus Calm. Factory now coming out, and spotting the lurkers, so now he knows that the lurkers are out, knows that Mutalisks are not on their way. Here comes lurkers trying to get across this bridge. It looks like might be able to, but there's pretty small force. It really just is going to come down to micro, to whether he's able to do a nice job. Sorry if you heard that. I just hit my leg on the desk. And I'm kind of afraid about putting out so many videos, but I'm going to talk about that later because here comes the battle. I'm kind of worried about putting out so many videos. Another missile turret and bunker go up, so I don't think that this is going to necessarily work. And Calm is going to be in a little bit of trouble here unless he does some miraculous amount of damage. Those 3 bunkers are going to be very effective against those lurkers, along with that missile turret. More fusions pumping out for Ssak, doing a very nice job. +1 weapons, I believe, +1 weapons is done now for the Terran player. And here comes the Zerglings. They're just grouped up kind of behind those lurkers, just waiting to attack. It looks like Calm is going to try to expand to that bottom left position as well. But I'm kind of worried about putting up so many videos because I've actually been getting less and less views, unfortunately. And ooh, man, almost moving in those lurkers. But I've actually been getting less and less views. So if you guys know why, or if my videos have just gotten worse, I know my video quality has gotten better. Oh, speaking of video quality, watching HD here. Lurkers almost coming in. Not quite, just kind of waiting to attack. And here comes lurkers. Here comes the huge attack. Lurkers brewing all over the place. Marines going down. Bunkers are huge trouble. Probably should go repair them, but he's not going to go repair. Finally pulling the SCVs off to repair, and I think this is going to be able to be held off by Ssak, and Calm is going to be way behind now. Oh man, just losing a ton of lurkers and really not doing that much damage at all. Really didn't do anything. He didn't kill any of the bunkers, killed a few marines. The medics are pretty much all still there. He's going to be able to kill that SCV. But, oh my gosh, that's just so bad. That's why I don't like that play. I don't like that play at all. Jaedong also going for that play versus some Terran player. And maybe it was Baby, but absolutely not doing what you need to. And this is just such a, it's kind of all in. just because you're a little bit behind, Spire going up for Calm as well. He's going to be at 3 bases, so going to have a little bit more, well, I mean, he's going to have almost even economy, just depending on how much he's droned up. But Calm now in a little bit of some trouble. Siege Tech is now researched for Ssak, and so Ssak has taken a little bit of a lead in this game. But as I was saying, if you guys know why I've been getting less views, video quality has actually gone up, and you guys should watch in HD, because this isn't HD. If you watch it at like 1080p, even 720, it's a lot better video quality than if you were to watch as like 480 full screen, or you know, 360. So you should definitely watch in at least 720p if your internet can handle that. It makes the video quality so much better, way clearer. You can see all the upgrades, see all the hit points. It's very nice. I'm gonna actually try to make my videos a little bit bigger in terms of black space that is all around. As you can see, there's black space on the left, right, a little bit above and below, but I'm gonna try to make it so there's no black space and there's still really good quality, and so we'll see how that goes. But now, Calm, I almost called him Sulky, but not Sulky. Dropship coming in at that bottom position, probably just going to scout around, has probably a force of Medic Marines in it. But Calm is going to be at 3 bases, and he's just going to have to defend until Defilers come out, pretty much. He might be able to keep Ssak at bay with some Mutilus play if he really wanted to go for that, but it's not looking too good for him, because now the Terran player has Science Vessels out. He's going to be able to use a Radiate. He's got the Siege Tank out to deal with these Lurkers. Here come the Lurkers. They're going to have to back up, man. That's a big ball of Terran comparatively for those Lurkers. Excuse me. And they're going to have to be very careful. It's going to come down to very good micro. And Queen's Nest going down, so he's going to go for Quick Hive, try to get Defilers out off of these 3 bases. He's going to be very mineral starved. He's going to need to be very careful not to use too much of his gas hub. You know, he needs to get a good amount of forces out and also get that swarm. So he needs to, his mineral count is balanced on a knife's edge actually, and it looks like Ssak is going to come in for a drop, and this is going to get cleaned up. But Calm sending pretty much all his forces to the south. I don't really like that play. Now he is stopping, which is good. A Radiate going on from one of the Lurkers. Lurker's Burrow gonna stop this army for a little while at the very least. One Zergling does get picked off. A Radiated Lurker coming in just to suicide in. Here come the Lurkers. This is going to be a huge engagement. Lurkers, bro, he's going to have to move back his forces, able to pick off some of the Marines. Not quite as many as he really wanted to, though. And these Lurkers are going to have to back up, just losing a lot of units. And Calm just needs, he needs that swarm, man. I think it was smart to opt for the Hive Tech off of 3 bases, but he really needs to just hold this out until he gets swarmed, because once he gets swarmed, he's going to be able to defend so much better. But it looks like Ssak might not even let him do that. He's kind of pushing in at the front, right in front of these 2 bridges here, and which is a smart move just because it is so open in the middle. He's going to be able to hold off that bridge at the very least. I think honestly he should push a little bit farther and try to push in, but a lot of Lurkers coming in from the south. He needs to be very careful not to get surrounded by these Lurkers. Here comes some Zerglings, gonna be able to pick off one of the tanks. I think he sieged up at the wrong time. Those few Zerglings just coming in from the south and coming in from the north, doing some damage. They're not brewing quite at the right time though. Defense Matrix on that tank. He's just huddling his forces in between. And if Ssak is out of this alive, he's going to be very lucky. Here come the Lurkers burrowing, going to be able to do tons of damage, but just these Lurkers getting absolutely cleaned up by this Medic Marine force, along with those tanks. Ssak is in a very good position, I believe. And Calm looking a little bit worried. Ssak's going to be pushing in at the front. Another Defense Matrix going down, possibly on either a fire bat. No, it's a Defense Matrix to Marine. Hero Defense Matrix Marine able to kill off all those units. And Calm GG. Ssak able to take it. Wow, that's really surprising. So Ssak able to take the first game. You know, if you guys like what you saw, please subscribe, comment below if you have anything to say. Also give me a like, that would be very appreciated. And I'm out of here. Late.